So understand this thing, regardless of reaching anywhere in your life, sooner or later, you will just get back to this same level of happiness that you are having in your life right now. So why create unnecessary fuss in your life? Buddha means that if you're going to seek happiness in your senses, then you will always remain fragile. Because senses have their own plans, senses do not listen to you. You want to take a right, your senses will tell you that you should take a left. Because on the left, the scenery seems to be beautiful, and so many different reasons. And the problem is that most of the times we get really convinced by our senses because we are so much in the grip of the senses. And because of this, we cannot really take any sort of intelligent decision in our life. This is how we are constantly being possessed by our senses. And remember, when we are talking about senses, we are talking about basically the pursuit of pleasure. The pursuit of pleasure has become one of the greatest problems throughout the world. We are constantly hankering for more in terms of things, more in terms of experience, and we never feel fulfilled in our life. We get caught up in this chain of always craving. Let's try to understand what pleasure is. First of all, there is a clear distinction between pleasure and happiness. Pleasure is something that gives you a temporary high, a relief, something that you get when you sneeze. Sneeze is nothing but a tension building up, and when you sneeze, the tension gets released. Same is the case with the pursuit of the pleasure. Till the time we do not get the object of desire, there is this constant tension. But the moment we get this object of desire, there is a very short-lived relief. Sooner or later it fades away, and again we get into the pursuit of pleasure. Again the agitation starts building up. Again we start hankering for more and more in so many different directions. Happiness, on the other hand, is something that is more in line with contentment. When Buddha is talking about happiness, he is not talking about thrill, he is not talking about high, he is talking about being content. He is talking about a state of being where you are not constantly hankering for things, where your cup is full. You are not standing there with your begging bowl. Let me give you an example so that you can understand this thing in a better way. Let's say that you want to buy a new car, and it must have happened to you. If you want to buy a particular object of your desire, it suddenly occurs to you that your perception has become really narrow. When you want to buy a new car and you have shortlisted a particular model of car, suddenly you find that car is everywhere. On the streets, in the parking lots, it's because your perception has become really narrow. And now you find that you have become really an expert in spotting that car on the road. Second stage is that you will find ways to pursue this desire. Second stage is the pursuit of desire. Now you will go to the banks, you will find out all the loan schemes, you will convince yourself that car is something that you really need right now in your life. Third stage is the actual state, the fulfilled state, when you will buy the car. This is when you get a temporary high, where you feel really good about yourself. When people acknowledge that you have got a new car, they start noticing you, they ask you, when did you buy this car? And you also find that there is a certain convenience that is being fulfilled in your life. Now you can commute in a better way. There is a particular comfort that is there in your life. In this third stage, you will have this short-lived high. And this is the relief that I'm talking about, the relief that you get when you sneeze. Perhaps in this moment you are not desiring and you are not hankering for anything anymore. This could be the reason why you feel so relaxed and why there is this high. This is my hypothesis. I think when we really feel fulfilled, we do not hanker for things in life. But sooner or later this high fades away, and again we get into pursuit of something else. Another object in another shape and form. In psychology, there is a term called hedonic adaptation. It simply means that each one of us has a unique happiness set point, and sooner or later, regardless of any positive event in our life or any negative event in our life, we get back to the same level of happiness set point. So understand this thing, regardless of reaching anywhere in your life, sooner or later, you will just get back to this same level of happiness that you are having in your life right now. So why create unnecessary fuss in your life? And hedonism philosophy is something that says that pleasure is the highest goal of life. And this is what is happening around the world, that people are constantly hankering for new experiences, for new things. But understand this thing, till the time you will not drop this hedonism philosophy from your life, you will not understand what Buddha is trying to say. My practical advice would be to question your decisions in life, reevaluate your goals in life. Are you pursuing things in your life so that you can feel a temporary high? Are you also being convinced by your senses? Is your perception really narrowed down? Is it a painted perception projected to you by your senses? That moving to another city is going to significantly change your life? That settling down is significantly going to change your life? Develop the capacity to see things as they are. This will only happen when you will become more and more aware in your life. So reevaluate your every decision in your life, every goal in your life, and you will find out that most of the times your senses are presenting you with a very projected and painted picture of reality. It is not reality in its truest form. It is always narrowed down version of the reality.